Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make keychains using SVG files on a 3D printer. We're going to be downloading SVG files from SVG repo, then we're going to change that file to STL file in Tinkercad, and then once we have the STL file we'll change that to G code, which will then 3D print. And don't worry, I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions and show you the best way to do it. As you know, I love making keychains. This is what I made this week. I'm making a corkboard now, and I'm gonna be putting all my 3D keychains there, and I'll post all those links in the description. So let's get going. So SVG file, what is that? So a vector file that you can download anywhere from the internet. There's some that's free, the other ones that are paid. Obviously we're gonna be using free because you clicked on that video. And the website that we're gonna be using is SVG repo, which is where you can find heaps of icons or files. And let's go there. So we're gonna go on to SVG repo, and then we're gonna click here to search for a vector. I'm gonna search for a Mostera and enter. I like this file, so I'm gonna click onto that and download SVG vector, and that will then come in my downloads folder. It's the SVG file. Now what we're gonna do is go to a website called Tinkercad. I'm gonna type it here, and you're gonna have to sign up on this website. Just make sure when you enter your date of birth, the year that you enter, don't enter anything too young. I think they have to do parent check if you go under 18, like they have to get another account for the parent to get the permission to use it. And you'll see this dashboard. Yours won't be like mine. So I'll click on create and 3D design. And then once you have this work plane, I'm gonna rename this ones to Mostera keychain and enter. Now you can import SVG files here, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna choose a file, SVG file, enter, and then instead of scaling it to 100, I'll scale it to 10 and then import. This can take anywhere from 10 seconds to a minute or two, so I'll skip to that part. Okay, so now that we've got it, the one control that I wanted to tell you is if you click control and click on your mouse and hover the mouse, you can kind of change the perspective from left to right, or you can click one of these top, right, and stuff. So yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you first. And then if you click on the item and press F, it zooms into that item. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to hold shift and click one of the sides on the left, and then release the shift, and then this shows you measurements. I'm going to click onto the left side and set the measurement to 30. So what I find is while making keychains, 30 millimeters is a really sweet spot of making keychains. I mean, you can make as big as you want. It's just when you're putting in your pocket and stuff, it just gets too big, and sometimes it gets too long. And if I click here again, you'll see the bottom didn't change to 30. It's because it maintains its aspect ratio, so that's what we wanted. Now we'll change the angle by clicking control and clicking on the mouse about to here. And if you can see this square right in the middle, this shows you the height of your item. So I like it to be at 2 millimeters. So if I go back to top and all the sides, you can see it's all 2 millimeters now. This is the top side, this is the right side. So we're almost finished with making a keychain. We just have to make a keyhole now. So I'm gonna take 2 cylinders, one solid and the other one with a hole. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the big solid one about 6 millimeters. I'm gonna hold shift, click one of the sides and click on the measurement, and I'll type 6 and then enter. And then the other one I'll do the same. I'll click onto shift, click one of the sides and type 3. So we want the hole to be 3 millimeters big. So I'll take this one close to the other hole and then press F so that it zoom out just a little bit more. Change the angle just about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the height of this one to 2 so that it can match the keyring that we have. And then I'll change this height to 6. Honestly, it doesn't matter. You can go as high or low. And then I'll come on the top view somewhere about here. And then I'll click onto both items, press L, and then a dot in the middle and a dot in the middle on the left. What this means is properly aligns and the circle, the 3 millimeter circle fits very nicely in a 6 millimeter circle. And I'm not gonna group this one at the moment. What I'm gonna do is I have both selected, then I'm gonna take it to my Mostera leaf and I'll go somewhere about here. Sometimes when you zoom in, it depends where your mouse is. So if you zoom here, it will show you here. So what I find is if you zoom a little bit here, then here, you'll land almost like perfect. So yeah, that might help you as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm then gonna click outside and click everything, then press Command G. I think it's Control G in Windows. I'm not sure. I never used Tinkercad on Windows. And there you go. You have the keychain holder now. This is all we wanted. And I mean, you can change the colors here to make it more nicer, but that would not change the functionality of anything. I'm then gonna export this file to a STL file. And then if I go to my downloads folder, you can see that I've got a STL file. I can click on it by pressing a space bar and then just clicking on the mouse and then hovering around to see what's happening, hovering around to see what it looks like from all sides. Once that's done, what I'm going to do is open my Creality print and then make sure there's nothing there, and then go back to my Finder, hold to the file and drag it to the Creality print. I'm not going to change any measurements here because I already have the measurement set. I'm then going to slice using a slice plate and then export plate in my download folder to Mostera leaf keychain. Press done. And now if you already have the 3D printer, you know the process to transfer into a memory card. And yeah, go for it. I'm gonna go and set up my 3D printer and show you the time lapse of the Mostera leaf. We're done with our Mostera keychain. I usually just like grab one of the sides and just hold it up, and because these ones have so many sides, I'll just slowly pull all the sides and yep, one will pop off. And because there's not many gaps in it, you won't see, sorry I dropped it, won't see too many lines. I mean, even if you do, I've got a scalpel and then you can just like take 5-10 minutes to clean this. And if you're using it as a keychain, it will just rub off on its own. I recommend using gloves if you're allergic, but yeah, there you go, a nice keychain. Yeah, I'll just get the key in a second, but as you can see, the hole's big enough. It's because the thing is wide, it's having hard time focusing. But yeah, what do you guys think? So there you have it, a 3D printed keychain. I mean, it's 3D, 2D printed, but yeah, I mean, still use 3D printer. And yeah, I mean, you can make this as well. I'm gonna, in a second, put that in one of the keychains. So yeah, there you have it, a 3D printed keychain. And I just put that into a keychain on my bike keychain, on my bike key. And yeah, while you wasn't looking, I also made a outer layer of Mostera, which you will learn if you watch my future videos. And yeah, good luck with your key making process.